We didn't start it without you.
Okay. Oh wait, that might be me.
Are you playing the
Hold on.
It's on a whole different page.
That is me.
I was like, Emily, my ice cream is melting, girl. Get over here.
Okay, good.
We're broadcasting live on Times Square right now, you guys.
Watch out. When? Dun, 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 dun. Me trying. It actually is a full situation. We didn't start it without you. Okay. Now that Emily is here.
AJ, I love the buttercup.
Oh, thanks. I have to like set at an angle because he'll just slide right off otherwise, but you know, had to make an appearance. We saw a real cat earlier. I didn't get the name.
Yeah, Emily, you missed Nub. I held him up.
Oh,
He's right here though.
Oh, okay.
Come here, Nub. He's gotten his hair cut.
Cute. And not as fuzzy, but still super cute.
Also, my mug. I've got my nice West Virginia mug here with a nice little coal car with the coal, you know, District 12 coal.
I'm never gonna forget that Steve Harvey is from there. After you posted that once.
We've got some really surprising famous people, like very random. You wouldn't expect.
Steve Harvey. How iconic. I love that.
Yep.
Okay. Let people get on. Who's ready to watch Mockingjay? Who's ready to cry?
Let's go.
I'm ready to cry. Emily, will you cry?
I don't know. I'm in like a Christmas mood right now because I was just
putting up like, I was like, how are you gonna do this?
The tree and like Christmas music 30 minutes ago. So
sharp transition.
I don't know if I should do a live one more time just for a second and say, come join us on YouTube.
Do it.
Okay. I need Emily's permission for everything. Because Emily knows what she's doing and I don't have the time.
Clearly I do not.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Hello. I don't know if I can flip the camera. Everyone wave at the camera. Hello. Come join us. Come join us on YouTube. Our link is in our bio. And we are watching Mockingjay Part 2. It hasn't even started yet. So come join us. And yes, come to our YouTube. We have Buttercup here, which is amazing.
Special guest.
Special guest.
I was gonna say
that special guest talking about all week.
Exactly.
But
and we have Taylor's cats. I mean, we have everyone.
What more could you want?
Exactly. So please come stop on by. I just wanted to do a quick live to make sure everyone knows that it's not happening on Instagram. It's happening on YouTube. So yes, see you there. Okay. Well, should we start? Should we get to it?
Hi, Mel. And there's Angela watching the comments.
Are we starting from like the very beginning, like before all the studio logos and stuff, or?
Yeah, I feel like that would be a smart bet. Okay. Is everyone ready? Everyone?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sweet. Awesome. Well, okay. 3, 2, 1, play. Back to my room.
Okay.
Hello, Angela. I was like, mine was not playing.
I feel like my movies kind of lag a little bit because I've got like 50 tabs open.
I have my old iPad with the movie on it, and it'll be a miracle if it gets through the whole thing. So we'll see what happens.
Oh, my lights in my room. Okay. That is always so gross to me.
No, I can't with this.
Don't touch it. Please don't touch it.
Like her reaction when like the doctor like goes to initially touch her neck. I don't know. I don't know if people heard like the headcanon like Katniss could be autistic or whatever. And as the resident autistic person here right now, I just I don't know, her facial expression and that one shot just feels very on point with that. I don't know, it cracks me up.
Yeah, I haven't heard that one.
It's not like super pertinent to the story necessarily, but I claim it.
Headcanons, yeah, go with it.
I really don't like them sending Prim in there. It doesn't really make any sense. I mean, I get it, but like obviously he's gonna have a reaction to Prim. Prim is so connected to Katniss.
I guess who would you have sent in though with like the movie characters?
Oh no, I feel like it makes sense. I just don't like it.
I get that.
Maybe it would make way more sense than her actual sister. Me and my sprinkles.
Can't trust her. She's a monster. She's a mutt. The capital green to destroy us. Get her out of there. You understand me? You have to kill her, Prim. You have to kill her.
This just makes me laugh. Sorry.
I was just thinking about how sad it was, and Emily's over here laughing.
I'm feeling like when I watch movies by myself, I'm way more emotional and like immersed into the thing. If I'm watching a movie with people, like whether it's in real life or like in this virtual way, it's a very different experience.
Emily's like,
sorry.
Oh, that makes sense.
Hijack Peta just like cracks me up.
what?
No.
I just see the end of Mockingjay Part 1 where he's like thrashing around cracks me up.
That one's the worst for me.
Also, I just commented in our comment section on the YouTube. Just leave a comment with your name, and I'll like write people's names down / Instagram handles, and I'll go back and you'll be entered to win our giveaway tonight. So yeah, any moment you drop in. I also didn't realize I posted that on my personal YouTube where my name is Holly Malark.
Holly Malark.
I love it. I love it.
I can't help myself.
No one's blaming you. Mm-mm.
I'm just gonna shamelessly eat a whole bowl of ice cream. Keep pouring sprinkles on it.
As you should. Don't do it.
Somebody kill this man for me.
I'm like, you don't stand a chance no matter what. All of our faces right now.
I'm like, I'm not hungry anymore, actually. Oh,
I feel for Katniss. I'm angry at Gale. I hate all of it.
He's taking advantage of her emotions. Why do people support him?
It's the anniversary today of Mockingjay Part 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, how fitting.
So happened.
I y'all did that on purpose. Whoops.
Did we?
Aiming
Yeah,
for
we did.
for like Saturday.
Emily, were you the one that posted the new moon premiere picture?
Yeah.
That cracked
Oh,
me up.
the screenshot
Yeah,
from Facebook?
yeah,
Yeah.
I love
Greatest
that.
day of my life.
It reminded me of when I saw New Moon that night too, and I was like freaking out. It was like bringing back memories. Loved it.
I can't with the nut. I just can't. Yeah.
Something about this feels very all like unnecessary to me.
Well,
like we could just cut all this from the movie.
No, but this part in the book is what solidifies my hate for Gale.
But like we already know he sucks.
But here he's like, I don't care, kill them all. Doesn't matter. They're bad guys.
Yeah, I feel like for the movie, this sets Lime up to be like a more, and Taylor even, like a more important character than they end up being in the film. Like, if that makes sense, like, it just feels like, oh, we're introducing new people. Okay, let's pay attention. And we like never see them again. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, we don't want Paler at the end to be thrown up there and be like, who the heck is that?
well, no, but
So that adds a little bit, but
Lime just feels very like dropped in there. And I want to know more about her. Especially because it's Gwendolyn Christie. Anyway.
I just hate Gale. Like all the scenes we've seen so far just point that out to me over and over again.
I guess it's like in the previous movie, they cut the scene with the hummingbirds,
Mm-hmm.
right? So it's like maybe they should have just put that scene in and then cut all this.
No,
Yeah.
not the hummingbird scene. No. Too many birds. We already talked about it.
Yeah, I know.
I don't hate it.
See, and I just love Boggs. I just love him.
This is random, but I met this guy who makes like custom action figures, and he's like, "Yeah, I can make anything." And my immediate thought was like Boggs action figure.
Oh my god.
And I didn't follow that up, but maybe I should.
That line from Gail.
What's the difference? Ugh. No, Mel, we can't trust him. We can't trust a man that looks that good. We can't.
I just hate that line where he's like, if they're mopping floors, they're helping the enemy. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Hey, much like, let's focus on what you gotta say. Don't mess it up.
Just move to the side of the track. Why do you keep walking on the track?
This part is so intense.
I love it though.
That's so good.
Also, shout out to
This actor too, because it's such a small role, but it's so important. I don't know. I feel like he does such a great job in conveying like such a wide range of emotions in such a short scene.
Yeah.
Also, I'm thinking like if you're an actor and like this is the role that you land, you have to have this really intense emotional scene with Jennifer Lawrence. That's so cool.
Like, where is he now?
It's
Yeah.
a big part.
I've always liked in the movies how we get to see from Snow's point of view too, like what's happening. I like how they did that.
Yeah, I love everything in the Capitol.
Yeah.
Currently
It's like a
obsessed
deleted
with like
scene. You did not like that one.
True.
You're gonna die. I don't know why anyone drinks around him and now that they know that he poisons things. Like it's public knowledge now.
I guess also
So like you would still be killed because if you're obviously not drinking, then it'd be like, okay, so you don't trust the president, so that's treason, so you die now.
Me wishing I had this dishware.
Emily, I wasn't gonna say anything.
I can't hold it in.
Emily's like,
I'm working on a little DIY project relating to Capitol drinkware, but like
Ooh, that's so cool.
maybe tomorrow actually. We'll see.
I know. I just look at things and I'm like, auction item, auction item.
Right.
The little like pins.
All of it. I've been like really immersing myself with like Capitol interiors and stuff with this like candle series I'm working on because I just need to just immerse myself as much as humanly possible.
so cool. I love your candles. I'm like, I need to
Thank
invest.
you. My mom was like, Bath and Body Works needs to give you an employee discount at this point. And I'm like, listen, I don't need that. I'm already in
It's
there
just gonna
like
make it
every
worse.
week.
Yeah. Such a good Joanna moment.
The one of like 3 we get.
I know.
Is this anyone's favorite movie of the series?
It's my second favorite.
Mm-hmm. I don't
But
know.
nothing can beat Catching Fire.
Hunger Games is so good though. Hunger Games is a second to me.
I was gonna say, I feel like up until recently, both Mockingjays did a little switch for me. I really like part one. I know that's like not maybe
Scandalous.
maybe a hot take. I know maybe that's a hot take, but I really like part one. And it's not that I don't like part two. They just kind of switch around for me.
What about part one? Do you like really like? Because I feel like that's not like an opinion that like people share.
Mhm. I know. I kind of like that it's more downbeat because everything is so like intense all the time. It's kind of a nice break, and you get to like focus a little bit more on the emotional aspect of things, which not that it's lacking in the other ones. I just feel like, I don't know, it's just like a nice break, and it's the one that I put on like if I'm drawing or doing something else. I still want to be doing something, because the other ones I want to like actively watch them, and it's not that I don't want to actively watch part one, but I don't know, I just kind of like it.
Calming, yeah. Well, you're not the only one. Art Intention says
hell yeah.
Favorite. Angela
says, Angela in my camp.
Yeah. So I mean, you're not alone. I mean, I think I have more respect for it after watching it like multiple times in the last few months, because I've never watched Mockingjay Part 1 that many times.
It's definitely like a recent development. Like I part one used to be ranked number 4 for me, and not because I don't like it, but just because I like the other ones like more. But this one, like part 2, is so emotionally charged for me that I don't watch it that often. Like it's the one I watch the least, because it's a lot. I have a hard time watching it casually, you know. Like,
I know, same. It's like sit down and watch everyone die.
It's the one that I watch casually. This and Catching Fire.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
I watched the first one a lot. The first one's like Hunger Games ASMR for me.
The first one.
Yes.
The first one is too much for me.
No, okay. Oh, what were you gonna go?
No, I was just gonna say I usually start it like right when they get on the train, because I love the score of that scene, like the slow transition into music and the train.
Love that part. Love that part.
I love that.
Followed up with like Haymitch and all of that, and it's like one of my favorite Haymitch scenes or like sequences.
Yeah, I'm like the first movie starts with like a scream, and then I'm just like, why am I watching this?
Why am I watching Part 2 for fun? Like, I don't want to watch all these deaths happen. No, when the movie first came out, I like had an illegal copy of the Hunger Games.
Oh my god. I'm gonna call Lionsgate.
Would literally just like play on repeat. So no joke, for like my comfort ASMR at night thing, I would just like play it in the background and then just like sleep and wake up through the night like, oh, it's this part. Oh, it's this part.
Yes.
That was me in Twilight, but not Hunger Games.
Yeah, Twilight, I feel like that's more me now, but Hunger Games when I was younger.
I have to say, I've started to do that with Twilight. I'm like a newfound Twilight fan, so I'm creeping in.
Twilight Renaissance.
You're just like,
I know.
Your toes in. Catching Fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I agree with Mel. Like part 2 is good, but there's just so many things that we don't see, like the Johanna and Katniss moments that needed to be in there, the mental health moments that needed to be in here. I'm like, it's all, I get that it's all action because it's a movie, but it's like, there's like no action in part 1 and then all the action in part 2.
See, I'm thinking like, why didn't we cut the District 2 stuff and then add more Joanna?
We just gotta like really prove to everyone how much Gale sucks. Like, you thought he did suck, but let me just add again that he really doesn't like anyone.
We could have thrown in that line somewhere else about the mopping floors or whatever. We need a whole sequence for
really
it.
tied to that. He's like, we don't get anything emotional at all. You just get to watch characters die, and Katniss is happy, and that's it.
Or we could have cut out this wedding.
True. And the dance.
I feel like it doesn't really do anything because it's not even that fun.
Okay.
It's like not the wedding. Do not.
I feel like in the book the wedding was more like fun and it was kind of like a break from everything, but it doesn't feel like that here to me.
No, I agree. It doesn't feel that way, but I I still like that it's like a very melancholy kind of moment because it's like you're trying so hard to like just let yourself have a moment of levity, but you just can't. And like that tone change in the movie, I kind of liked. I also for District 2, like them talking about the mountain. I'm not gonna call it its nickname. I can't take it seriously.
I've always
but
liked this part because I play that song on the fiddle, so I'm like, oh my gosh, I recognize it.
Taylor,
keep it in.
Yes.
Yeah. So I really like this part here because like the dancing, the music, it is very like accurate to Appalachia.
Yeah, District 12. Yeah.
It's like, even though I know like it's not in Appalachia right now, but it kind of gives me like this District 12 Appalachia vibes there. But I always like that just because of that part.
100%.
I love Joanna right here. I wish we had more of her in the film, but she really does a good job in the moments that she does get.
That smile she makes, I feel like should be named a lot more than it is. Like, I don't know, but
it's so creepy.
It just feels so mischievous. Like I don't have an example off the top of my head, but I feel like it needs to be named a lot more. I'm putting in an official request.
We need Jerry here because I feel like Jerry would know what meme to make out of this.
Yeah.
I could never fall asleep to any of the Hunger Games movies.
These square dance here, these are great, very accurate, screen accurate.
Her moment with Prim is so sweet.
Yeah.
The way this is filmed too. Oh.
Yeah, I do
the
like
music,
this a lot.
This like more intense sound.
This is so off topic.
Because this is it.
So off topic, but in elementary school, we learned how to square dance. And one thing I remember was that I was partnered with this guy doing the square dance. And the one thing he told me was, your hands feel like vampire hands. Like they're so cold. And I was like, thanks.
Thank you.
And so I was like a vampire.
And again, I also love this characterization of Katniss is like, she's so like, this is super convincing. No one can tell this is me. She's like doing the whole like, I'm not Katniss walk
with the bow. I'm like,
yeah, bow on the back.
It reminds me of like when I don't drink anymore, but like when you're drunk and you're like, I'm sober, and you're trying super hard to be sober and it's just not happening. You know, that's what that reminds me of.
She's like, the hood will hide everything, including my bow and my arrows, right?
Never mind also that like her face is plastered literally everywhere and all you can see is her face. Like, okay. Points for trying, I guess.
Yeah.
I love these shots.
I know. I want more like world imagery. We get such limited shots.
Like I love seeing the Panem seal
like.
too, like on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I never noticed the Panem seal.
This is so funny. Yeah. She's still keeping her head down. She's like, if I just keep my head down a little bit longer, they'll forget that it's me.
Like everyone's noticing her right now.
Like she's the unobservant one.
I swear I've never really.
related more to like the mannerisms of a character in my life.
I love Plutarch.
I love him as a character, but I also hate him as a character.
I like Coin and his dynamic.
Yeah.
Taylor's outfit gives me like Star Wars vibes.
Yeah.
I love this like sweater, long sleeve t-shirt she's wearing in this part.
It looks comfy.
I know. She's so happy to see him.
She introduced people, and I'm just like thinking about how they each die.
Like, you don't matter, you don't matter, you don't matter. Good luck.
Rip.
Unless you're Gail and PETA, like, not gonna work out.
God damn it.
These shirts have always irritated me because of where the like seam is, like the buttons, how it's not in the middle, how it's like off to the side. Like it just drives me insane. I can't look at them.
That's what I love about it.
My OCD brain is like, no, 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 no. Like this is not gonna happen. Angela, I'm like, Angela commented Star Squad. I'm like, yeah, the Star Squad that dies. The whole squad.
All except the main characters.
Yeah. How convenient.
Plot armor.
I love that shot too of the dam. And then walking on it. Oh, it's so cool.
We're getting
To the scene. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. I'm like so jealous of you, AJ, seeing your post. I was like, this is so cool.
It was pretty surreal because like they didn't change anything. Like it's exactly how it is. So it's like literally you're just walking. I mean, there's
You're like, where's the
that
pod?
like the CG destruction, but like it's the same.
Oh.
I went on like a really sunny day too, and I'm sure like if I had gone on like a rainy or like overcast day, it would have been like even more like this. But yeah, it's crazy.
the first time I saw this.
This movie though, I was shook because I was like, this is like in the middle of nowhere in France. Like what kind of like location scout found this? Like you'd have to be from there to know about that place. I don't know.
Yeah, very talented people. Now I just don't like Cressida. Chase really
I
swayed.
know. He really like ruined her for
I know, like
me.
every time she talks, like I never minded it. And now I'm just like, shut up, please.
Yeah, I kind of just didn't care before, but now it's like, oh.
I just love how when she's like getting these shots, Katniss is like, can you not do this to me?
It's like I'm torn. Like Cressida is like clearly trying to do like the right thing and help like the rebel cause and everything, but she's still capital and she's still like a filmmaker, and that's her role in this war is to like document stuff, which is getting in the way of getting like to the real action, you know. Her character design's really cool though.
It is.
Yeah, true.
When I was younger and I was like, I know I'm gonna get tattoos when I turn 18. I was like, I'm gonna do the Cressida thing.
Oh, that would be so
Come
cool.
on.
It's still on the table. It's
Yeah.
still on the table, but
Think about it.
when I shaved my head a couple years ago, I was like, I'm getting real close. One slight inconvenience away from just doing it.
Hunger Games is one of the very few films that I eat bread as a binging snack. I can see that.
I feel it.
Just shoot him, Candace. Be done with it.
No.
I love how Finnick is like Peeta's babysitter during these scenes.
I
He, like,
know.
protects him. It's like, don't.
I love Finnick so much. Finnick's relationship with Katniss, Finnick's relationship here with Peeta. He's just the best.
Is that the saddest death for everyone? I was gonna ask, like, which is the saddest death for everyone?
Yeah, I feel like he deserved better. Like, I don't know. I think Finnick deserved like something more, I don't know. I
He
just
deserved
didn't
the
like the way.
world.
What?
He deserved the world.
Yeah, or even if he was gonna die, like I don't know, the way it happened is just I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I
Bugs.
this scene really helped me understand Mockingjay, like the book, the movie, all of it. Because when I was first reading that book, I was getting a little confused with like the politics of everything. I was like 14, but that really made everything concise. I don't know.
It was a really good scene, just really well executed. Yeah, explaining everything in the movie.
But
In
this
a way that also didn't feel like I'm explaining this to you. Like
Mhm.
it felt organic. Yeah.
Bugs.
Bog, stop. You're so kind. But this part really irritates me. It's like, guys, be quiet. Like everyone's sleeping.
Finnick. Trying to sleep over here.
Excuse me. Me when I was like 12 reading this for the first time. You're like, oh my god.
Sobbing.
Also me double knotting my shoelaces just because like Peta did. It's like weird things.
You don't double knot your shoelaces. Like
Back when I was younger, like I didn't, but then I read
I read that and I was like, who the heck doesn't double knot their shoelaces?
okay. It used to look cool to only do the one like little bunny ear.
But then your shoes come untied.
Okay, I'm here for aesthetic. I did not care about tripping.
And then see, you feel like PETA would be too, right? Like, why would he double knot his shoelaces?
Because he's in war.
Like, Katniss would be the one to double knot her shoelaces.
Yeah, that's true. Just imagine that's like how you die in the arenas because like you tripped on your shoelaces. Was chasing you.
Yo, that's literally when you walk in. I'm sorry. I'm shook.
Cool.
No, yeah, AJ, tell us all about it.
Oh god.
Walk us through it.
That's literally it.
There it is.
What were your emotions like walking through it? Like, did you feel you were in the movie? Like, what emotions?
Yes. Because it's just, I mean, it's, yeah, there's not like shrapnel and exploded bits everywhere, but like, that's it. Like, I walked down those steps. So there isn't the Mockingjay spray paint thing. That's not there.
You should have put it.
Well, I don't live there, so no, but
Just graffiti the place.
yeah. But yeah, actually that archway is also a residential building. People also live in that actual what they're by. That's not just like an archway.
There's lucky people that got to just hang out their windows and watch.
But just also
Yeah, I
imagine
don't really
movie and living in those like rooms. I'd be like,
also very relieved to find that there's no secret cannons and tar pits, and those giant doors aren't real either, but you know, Finneg's just having the time of his life.
Like, how many pictures do you think you took?
A few hundred. Because then there's also like I zoomed in and like took screenshots, duplicated it, like adjusted the crop. Like there's a lot. And then my mom took photos and then she airdropped those to my phone. So there's a lot. Yeah, there's like a mall that's like right next to this too, which is odd.
a mall? You're just like what?
Because one minute I was like all in my Hunger Games feels, like wearing my hoodie and everything, and then we went grocery shopping.
I love that.
Yeah. No. There was like a barricade that was right at this exact spot. I don't really know why, but I was like, Boggs.
Oh my gosh, Angela. AJ, tell us more. AJ, I don't know what else to say. AJ's like, you had to be there.
This is just the start of everything going to shit.
I was hoping I could ignore this, like if I just like didn't look at the screen. Like
sorry.
No.
Bugs.
The grass is very green, which I'm sure that they changed that in post. It's very like a bright green in real life, which is kind of crazy. Like it looked very pretty as opposed to this, but it's otherwise it's structurally just the same. Yep. Oh no. I don't actually know though if the interiors are like that, like because we see them, you know, go inside one of the buildings for a quick second. I don't know if that was shot there too, or if that's like a different location or a set or something. Yeet.
This whole scene just makes my claustrophobia go absolutely insane. Peter! No.
Do we know what the tar actually like does? Like other than obviously be terrible, but like do we know if it like burns or just suffocates? I don't remember.
I think I like tried to watch a video on it. From Story Dive.
It just reminds me of like chocolate hard shell, you know?
It just goes
it's all liquidy and then like it becomes hard.
Your fondue.
That does look like it would be the interior of those buildings though. don't know. I would love to know if they were like the apartments were actively being lived in when they filmed it, because it looks like they were. And like my mom and I tried looking up like the timeline, like when this building was being occupied and everything. And it seems like it would be. It'd be so interesting to talk to someone who lived there while they were filming this. Like I'm so curious about how all that went down. Because it's also low income housing, which is really interesting too.
Oh, interesting.
Also, PSA, I've been told this area can be unsafe. So if you're trying to go and take some photos, go with a friend, go during the daytime, and be respectful because people live here. Don't be loud. Don't be getting crazy. That's all I'm gonna say.
And this is like, you're just jealous that you don't have control over the whole situation now.
I like Jackson, you guys.
No, I don't at all.
Ultimately, she does follow Katniss.
She's like a good, like military.
Somebody's got to like follow the rules,
Yeah. This makes me think of that scene in The Office. And they're all holding up finger guns at each other. What if his foot just like fell off? Just from touching it, just disintegrates.
Ooh. Emily, Angela is also a Jackson defender. You're not
Good.
I just can't stand Jackson. I feel like it's just hard for me because Jackson is like, they were raised to be in that position, but she's still going against Katniss in this moment, and I'm like, I'm on Katniss's side, so don't stand in her way. So as much as I like want to sympathize for her with her character,
Katniss is also doing the wrong thing, kinda. I mean, she's going rogue, and like ultimately she doesn't even accomplish what she was trying to do.
Because again, she's only 16, 17.
Which is why she shouldn't be going rogue and be in charge of everything.
I'm the emotional one. You're like logical, and I'm like, no.
Yes, I identify with Jackson.
We read from Katniss, so we're gonna go rogue, we're gonna go insane. And it's gonna happen, and it's fine.
This apartment interior, I would have loved to see it like fully lit and everything. Like that set just looks really nice. I don't know.
Okay, in the comments, I'm posting the link to this video by Storydiver, and it's titled "What is a Black Goo in Mockingjay?" 6 minutes ago. I don't remember what it was, but afterwards I want to go back and watch it because she has some really good like arguments, and she like looks everything up based on like book, movie, and puts it together.
Cool.
I just love that Caesar can still get his eyebrows done in the Capitol. Like, there's no problem.
I wonder why they kept him like more in the purple tones, like in like for more of the series than like the blue. For me, he's just blue. He's just like a blue man.
Blue man. His hair just also like gives me like bumpits. Like, remember those like commercials? Like mom hair like this high.
And it feels like he should be in a new color or something, but I guess they wanted him to be like quickly recognizable.
Yeah.
It's like the blue makes it so recognizable. That's the thing. I'm like, keep it blue if you're gonna keep it a color. I don't know.
His little smile at the end. Shut up, Gail.
You're just waiting for your opportunity to say that.
He was like, we needed a nightlock pill. And Gail's like, here's mine.
No, Gail's too selfish. He has to keep it for himself.
Ouch. Major ouch.
Like it's kind of naive, even on Snow's part, to pronounce her dead without even like for sure 1000% confirmed proof. Like I know they didn't know that they were not in that location when that explosion happened, but I would not be getting on like national TV doing this whole grand thing like our favorite daughter is dead. Like what? No, it just feels so.
He was so anti
callous.
a martyr too. So I'm like, why are you done?
But I think they're like losing at this point, right? So they're like grasping at anything.
I guess.
So funny.
Shade.
I love Coin as a character. The whistle at the end.
And the fact they have that logo so prepared, like remember the Mockingjay,
So ready to go.
She was expecting that.
Seeing all those pods, I'd be like, maybe I just like want to go home. I don't think it's
JK.
just a small part, but I love this part between Castor and Pollux. I'm like,
I mean, it's all lies. I'm gonna get through this.
we're gonna get through this. Bye.
This is so brave of him too.
I know, yeah.
Like any moment of PTSD we get to see, it's like, because there's not much in the movies, it's like, wow, really? Put it in there. Like, yes, keep going deeper and deeper into the earth. Please. Abby said I miss Haymitch, and I've never related to a comment more in my whole life. Like,
I love that he's excited that she's not dead.
It's like the hero villain dynamic where they need each other to like stay like relevant. Not relevant, but you know what I mean.
How's your claustrophobia now, Holly?
it's great. Just absolutely loving going deeper and deeper, deeper into the ground. Same now. And it reminds me so much of Titanic. Like, I love the movie Titanic, but like at the end of the ship is like slowly going under, and you're like seeing these scenes where they're like climbing through the water. I'm like,
I can't imagine being like an extra and filming that, having to do stuff. Well, actually, I feel like on Titanic they did a lot of things only one take, but
every part of it
over and over.
And the fact that I know that lizard mutts are coming, it all just makes me feel so uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's like the part of the movie where you're like, this is too quiet, and then you're like, damn it.
Too into your head, like when you get too into the movie and like you blink and look around, you're like, oh, I'm actually not in this right now. Thank God. Everyone's talking about like filming underwater and how the Mel's like the mutts were the most terrifying. I think well the lizard mutts they did such a good job with because like their teeth, like when we get the close up of them jumping through and the way that they just move, they did such a good job.
They remind me of, I can't remember the name of the creature, but in Pan's Labyrinth,
Yeah,
this dude.
Yes,
that's what they remind me of. Which is worse. Like it just makes it so much worse.
I know, and then seeing this in theaters for the first time and be like, please stop. And they're underground. It's just all adding up.
Everything you love.
And personal thing about me, my least favorite creatures are like snakes or like any lizard. And so this is literally worst case scenario.
How are you gonna get through the ballad movie?
I'm hoping that they're very much CGI, like so I can tell that they're fake. Oh, this part just makes me feel so uncomfortable. Oh. No, like you got the crappy dog mutts in the first film, then these total 180. Exactly. Like it was so cool talking with what was his name? I totally blanked on his name. Yeah, about the mutts, but I was also just like, they were good, but it could have been more. Like Emily was like, oh yeah, like you could have done more with like the eyes, like they're supposed to look like the tributes. And he's like, yeah, we initially did that. And I'm like, why did you take that away? They just look like dogs. They don't look that scary. But these ones, I'm like, stay away from me.
I feel like in their defense though, like doing the dog human, like especially like dead children hybrid visually in a PG-13 movie would have been too jarring. Like I would have loved to see it, but I feel like to match with the rest of it, it would have just been too distracting or like too disturbing. I don't know.
Yeah.
So
even those dogs, like for me, it's just like they're not that. I mean, if they're coming at me, I'd be scared. Seeing them, I'm like, they're like big dogs, I guess. I don't know. Like they're not that spooky to me.
But they also don't look like even like wolves or dogs are like somewhat still like kind of cute or like appealing in some way. Like these are like not even natural looking because they're like buff.
It's true. They are strong.
They remind me of like
Alpha.
Tom and Jerry with its legs that are like this, you know, like that.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. This is so scary. Like they do the fake out moment. It's good.
I think Mel and I are on the same page, and that's all that matters. I'm just like, I was not a fan. I will never be a fan of the dog mutts. But these mutts, and I am excited to see the snake ones, to see how they do the colors. I hope they stick to the colors.
My anxiety right now. You think something's coming?
I'm talking. I'm not. I'm coming. I'm like trying to avoid looking.
And it's all quiet.
I hate it. Best way.
Please, no, stop. And just the crawling through the tight spaces, it's really getting to me.
This is so bad, but I'm like a VR first person shooter game of this sequence.
No.
I'm claustrophobic, so it's just the mutts for me.
Like the low visibility or whatever. I don't know. I would start getting the video games if that was a thing. But I also feel like ethically that goes against everything this whole story is about. So it's fine that it doesn't exist.
Just like the theme park and the merch and whatever.
You know, yeah, but like a VR experience, I feel like
I still think we could make it work.
Trust me, I have no shortage of video game ideas. Absolutely. I've talked about this at great length with friends before. An animated series.
And the way they move.
Yeah, they're like
They're so big too. Like when you see like the group shots of them, it's kind of hard to tell how big they are, but then when they come up close to people, you're like, they're big AF.
Then I'm like, are these real people? Are they Avoxes?
No, stop.
That doesn't make me feel good.
Emily.
There's so many of them.
So slippery.
I'm like, I'll give you Gale if you give me Finnick, okay? Like, take Gale, that's fine. Not Finnick.
Especially because, like, when reading the book and they're getting out of this and they're, like, on the ladder and Katniss tries to go back or, like, do something to help Finnick and he's like, no, there's no time. And I'm like, you're in the way.
Isn't Gale too? It's like, no, there's nobody. There's
like,
nobody there.
I'm not one to blame Gale directly for Prim's death. Finnick, however, I'm a little bit more like, I don't know about all that. And they didn't do it in the movie, but like.
But in the movie, it seems so clear that they could have done something.
I don't know, because he kind of gets overwhelmed, and then if they're all far away, like time is everything. But like, yeah. I just feel bad too, because this to me echoes like a Catching Fire when they're fighting off the monkeys. There's like a part where like Katniss and Peeta like run up ahead and Finnick's like left behind fighting all these monkeys on his own.
What the heck? Finnick is so, he just goes out so fighting so hard.
I know.
If I don't watch it, it's not real.
And he falls really hard on that platform. And then,
But like, why aren't they shooting guns from up there or arrows or something? Like, they're not covering for him at all. It sucks. The way she does the nightlock thing, though, annoys me so much. It's like, I'm going to be so dramatic. Nightlock, nightlock, nightlock.
I know, she's like,
what are you doing?
Faster. He's being tortured down there. Can you speed it up a little, Katniss?
I think Angela just saw this filming location like yesterday or today or something.
Oh, cool.
This is chaos.
Yeah, the lights are just insane.
There's so much going on right now. The music, though, this music's so good. Hey, look, my poster.
I was waiting for you to say something.
Right behind Katniss and Peeta.
This is my favorite shot of Katniss and Peeta. Ugh. It makes everything better.
It stresses me out, but I love it.
Look at me.
This building is also in France.
The wanted poster of Finnick, like, immediately.
I know, I'm like, stop.
In your face.
Too soon.
Not?
Okay. Arden said, okay, but why waste the hollow? Couldn't she have sent an explosive arrow? There's so many things wrong with that moment. There are. And you are right.
Right with the hollow, she didn't even know how much of an explosion that was going to be.
Yeah, they could have taken out the entire building.
Right?
He's like, if Finnick's gone.
Or did nothing. It's just like a little poof.
He's like, really?
It's like a tape.
Wasted that.
So.
And then there were 5. And of the 5, 3 are main characters.
I'm honestly pissed at Katniss, like, in this moment.
I
I don't know if she was doing like what she thought was best, and Peeta comes in with his speech about how everybody died following you because they wanted to, whatever. But I'm like, no. I just wouldn't have done what Katniss did, I guess. So can't relate.
I wouldn't have done it, but I would have followed Katniss. And I probably would have died. So
None of us are main characters.
supporting characters.
And then
Another-
she doesn't like, oh.
The name listing here is a totally different context, but it always makes me think of Game of Thrones. I don't know if anyone here is familiar with Game of Thrones, but just throwing that out there.
The name listing thing just throws me back to the other part of the movie where he's like, lover. You, well, like going through, I'm like, I thought you said these lines already.
Yeah, no, then it reminds me of the speech where she's like, so and so killed so and so. So and so killed so and so. There's a lot of name listing in this movie.
My boyfriend understood your comment, AJ.
Hmm?
My boyfriend understood your comment about Game of Thrones, but I did not.
I just can't get over Peeta being like, if you kill Snow, all these deaths, they mean something. Then she doesn't.
Well,
She does. Well, she kind of does.
She doesn't.
Yeah, I know. She doesn't. She gets to set it up for everyone else to kill him.
This scene always seemed way too similar to like Eclipse.
I know what you're gonna.
Edward Jacob.
I know.
I hate it in the book, especially because in the book, I mean, like, yeah, it happens now, but in the book, she's literally describing it like Bella describes it in Eclipse. I'm like,
no, I thought it was like exactly the same.
Suzanne didn't initially write this scene, right? And then added it in later.
I think you said that before, and I think
I don't know if that's just a rumor or if it's hard fact. I know we tried to figure it out, but she's probably like, okay, well, I'll just copy this other scene.
He was like, originally you were supposed to be her cousin, but we'll fit it in. It's also just like kind of gross to me that they have this conversation. It's just like out of place. Literally everyone has just died. You're in the middle of war. Like, and she's right there. Like, you really have to have this conversation. Dump it and give me more Joanna.
TV is just conveniently placed everywhere at all times.
you get invited to Snow's mansion.
When he says, "Yeah, I recognize the room," I wonder if that's in reference to that deleted scene. I can't tell, like, enough for the background.
Yeah.
I love.
Yeah. Such a good scene. I love the jacket that Katniss wears here. It is so badass.
Makes me think of a quilt, or not a quilt, like a comforter, but I love it.
It's like a snuggie.
Yeah.
I love it. Behind Tigris, there's like a material that looks a lot like Effie's shoulder, like sleeves from her blue Catching Fire outfit.
I never liked this goodbye because it's like this could be the last time that you're seeing each other, and this is all I get. Like
Just
just
a
a,
better
feels
goodbye
cool,
than
though.
Catching Fire. Got nothing.
okay.
I don't know. There's moments in life I find where like they're so intense that you're not prepared for them, that you almost just, it's almost like a, not that you're downplaying the severity of what's happening, but you're just like, I don't know what else to do. So you just kind of, you're like, I guess goodbye. Like it's
Yeah.
kind of like downbeat.
Just the me, you know, I'm like, make out. Like give me one last
Another poster. Which it looks red in the movie. It's interesting because it's orange in person. The one that says victory.
Yeah, that's definitely red in the movie. It looks like it has like a twilight blue tint to it.
I was gonna say, I want one of those keychains.
Yes.
My third poster, though, I can't find anywhere in the movie, but it's my favorite one.
Dang. I want a Peacekeeper action figure.
Oh my gosh, yes.
He's so cool.
And little figures of all the different mutts. Anyway.
I know, everything.
This is how I feel always whenever I make eye contact with a small child.
Same.
I hate it.
They're all interested, and you're just like, hmm.
You're like, what are you looking at? Stop looking at me, please. Like, oh, let's just walk the other direction. Like, that's not noticeable at all.
Awkward.
Like, Gail's not suspicious at all either.
I just forget how different this is from the book too.
Mhm.
Like the ground just caving in. Just like Twilight. I wish her and Gail had had more of a conversation about like, make sure you shoot me, like in the movie, so that it had a little bit more impact.
Because he's just like, shoot me. Like, okay, bye.
It's like she really fails him.
Yeah.
With what he wanted in that moment.
He's like, maybe? No, it's okay. You can get tortured. Bye. And this is like, wait a second, this sounds familiar. Sounds very familiar.
I love how this is filmed though.
Their hands. I can't.
And she's like, okay, this is really too familiar. Oh, this hurts. This hurts more than Finnick to me. It just hurts me how she goes, Primrose, and I'm like, stop.
When she's just like laying there with the fire, it reminds me of when she blows up the arena and catching fire, and she's just kind of like oddly at peace with it, or when you can't move I don't know. It's like a weird feeling, but it's there.
Really fun to watch. I'm loving that we watched this tonight.
Waking up in the hospital yet again.
Do we know if they filmed in Swan House? Or if it's just like a different building for the interior?
They did film inside. Did they sell this table too? Literally all I'm paying attention to.
I know.
You with the furniture reminds me of Choreo with chairs.
We are the same. Love Paler.
Katniss is like, do you not know who I am though? Like, don't you think I should do?
Like, can I get something out of this? Like, really?
I want to go here. The Rose Garden. Makes me sad it's not like on the roof though.
He's so creepy. I will never get over how creepy he is.
I love him. I love it.
Oh, I can't. I just hate how he rubs salt in the wound and is like, oh, well, your sister would have been fine. I was just about to announce that everything was okay.
He's such a good villain, though. I don't know. It just
He's too good of a villain. And Donald Sutherland does such an amazing job. That's why we need to have this announcement soon. Like, who is going to be Snow?
I don't know if I want this for real, but like I would die post-credit scene of just him watching the reaping, even if you don't actually see it happen, but just like just that.
No, it'd be so good. I feel like it would harken back to the end of the Hunger Games too.
That's what I'm saying.
That kind of shot, and him watching her like throughout all the movies, I guess. Yeah. Imagine owning that bloody handkerchief.
I don't even.
Emily.
I would have it framed in like a gold filigree frame.
I know everyone's getting tired of me saying this, but I hate Gale. Like, ugh. Also, I want to know if you all watched our episode about what happened after Mockingjay. Do you think that Gale would be more likely to go back and talk to Katniss in the future to apologize to her? Or do you think Miss Everdeen would be more likely to go? What?
Miss Everdeen.
Hmm.
I mean, I think both would be like it would be really tough to say like, oh, for sure one of like either or would do this, but I feel like Miss Everdeen would be more likely. I don't know.
Taylor, what do you think?
Oh no. Like when we say Miss Everdeen, we're talking her mom. Is that what you're?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like years down the line, just all of a sudden,
Holly,
probably her mom.
trying to swing it.
I'm like, it's Gale. This is the one bone I throw this man.
I think it's her mom. It just takes time.
I will die on this hill.
Okay.
I just feel Liz being too much of a coward to be able to ever admit to anything like that.
Okay, but people are saying Gale in the comments.
Who's saying Gale?
I'm not making this up. They
Side.
right, so same all. See, I think as I described in the podcast episode, I think it would be like Gale would finally like find the love of his life, settle down, maybe like his wife is pregnant, and then all of a sudden he's like, I have a lot that I need to get off my chest. And like before his wife gives birth to his firstborn child, he goes all the way back to District 12 and is like,
a lot of conjecture and assumptions in this.
but it's like, I'm like, this is running with it.
Can I just say how much I love this scene? Like, this is
going
one of my favorite scenes in the whole franchise.
Really, I hate this scene. I'm like, skip.
Just all of them together, and I love Coin. I love Coin so much as a character, and it's just such an intriguing like moment. And they're in the Capitol. It's great.
I'm just wondering how Johanna's hair got so long. in the timeline that we're given.
Well, Coin cut her hair, so we had to just kind of like rebalance.
It's like, what?
Also in Abaria, have my little plot line for her.
Queen, where have you been?
I just love Coin's outfit. I want that outfit so bad.
I just love how yin and yang we are. I'm just like, ew.
I'm like, yes, give it to me.
Hey, based on the movies, Angela says Gail would go back and apologize eventually. Yes, thank you.
This was another like really confusing scene for me when I first read the book. I was like not understanding the intention of it, and I was like really mad at this. I was like, what is going on here?
Same.
I had such a hard time visualizing everything. And then the movie came out and I was like,
yeah. And when it says like for Prim, I don't know about you guys, but I think like, you know, in her head she already knows who she's gonna kill here. So it's like she's saying it directly to her, like, this is for Prim, I'm gonna like kill you. I don't know. That's just how I took it. It's kind of, I think it's kind of,
yeah, for me it was like the look she gives Haymitch, like the trust me,
yeah,
just follow me kind of thing. I love it.
that whole little scene right there, I just love that.
It's a really long walk also, just saying.
It's so cool though.
No, for sure.
With the drums.
That outfit with the boots.
I just like the cape. I mean, all of it, but the cape is really what sells it for me. I want to know if Coin like found this outfit somewhere in the Capitol and she's like, I'm gonna put that aside because that sounds like Snow Execution outfit. Or if she just like had this her whole life and she's just been waiting.
She's ready, just whipped it out. Also, those boots would have fit me. Size 7.
The boots are cool.
Effie shoes, Elizabeth Banks also has the same shoe size as me. I just want to know what those boots are.
That's how I am with like the different kinds of like drinkware. I'm like, why can't I just want to know the production?
I just want to buy it. They might have been custom shoes because they match the gloves too.
Coin's really feeling herself in this moment. It's kind of embarrassing.
When she says like, may your arrow be the end of tyranny, I think that's good because it's like, yes, it is going to be the end of tyranny. You and the other guy.
Literally just opening her arms to death.
That's such a long time to hold a shot too.
I hate how like satisfied Snow is though. Like he pretty much lived his whole life, right? Like the way that he wanted to, and he was gonna die anyway.
But it's
I just love how the people get to take Snow down. Like I just love that. I hope it was awful.
I feel like he really enjoyed his last like moments though.
I don't know if enjoyed. He enjoyed the last
Like not those last moments, but
cosmic irony or whatever.
I can't look at that shot of Katniss without thinking about the waiting for ballad news meme.
like getting a little bit too long for me. Like
The
when are
movie?
they gonna start? No, ballad. When are they gonna start announcing things?
Oh.
Just something.
I know.
Just give me a Christmas gift. That's all I want.
Also, I'll say this every time. I love the way that they handled this, given, the circumstances.
We needed more Haymitch too, so
Yeah. I think they solved that problem very well. I tried making a replica of the letter because both sides of it are like on Google, like it's very easy to find it, but it's not like super high res. I tried printing it at like the letter size, and then I don't know what happened. Somewhere down the road, the two pieces of paper don't quite match up. So when I glued them together, it got like super like what's the word?
no.
Maybe undulated or whatever. So I need to redo it. But
That's so cool though.
it's on my shelf. The handwriting on it is really cool.
Without a trial or anything.
Or Katniss waiting for the trial to end. My absolute favorite part of Mockingjay, like the most meaningful. Obviously, not my favorite to read, but the most meaningful part of Mockingjay.
I love these Effie eyelashes.
And I
like
icicle look.
The life of a victor.
I hate because hate it.
Buttercup's back for this.
I love Effie though. It's a good final moment. Her just going back on the train. I love that little detail. All this furniture I wish I owned. Ugh.
I have like a photo album on my phone of just like screenshots and like zoomed in parts of these scenes. It's not that I'm in any position to be having my own place, but I'm like already planning.
It's Buttercup.
Can we appreciate the one take of that Jennifer Lawrence did?
I love that. Alea said, I can't believe that Greasy Say didn't die in the books. Greasy Say is the main character, I believe.
I love that Haymitch line. And they say no one ever wins the games.
The rain in the door frame scene always just
Such a vibe.
So cozy.
Okay, I want to know who bought this bed and why wasn't it me?
Emily.
Can't do it anymore. I can't do the epilogue. I can't. Stop.
Holly, we just watched the epilogue.
I know, but we only watched that part. Now I'm finishing the movie and I'm sad.
Peter's a dad.
Dead Mark.
So cute.
No words.
Like a moment of silence.
Oh, Gapes.
Stop.
There's much worse games to play.
Stop. Yes, Angela Jen is gonna be a mom. The pictures of her coming out with her little
She
baby.
is.
I'm like, stop. I'm obsessed with you. Ah. Okay, well, the moment of truth, everyone. I've kept track of people's names who wanted to be entered in the giveaway. And I have my wheel of names pulled up. I have everyone entered. So I need a lovely little drum roll, please. Okay, let's see. Alea won. Alea!
Oh,
Yay! So
congrats.
yes, congratulations. Reach out to us on our Instagram. Send us a DM. Hopefully you have an Instagram. Comment if you don't have an Instagram, but if you do have an Instagram, reach out to us and we will get that to you as soon as possible. So congratulations. And thanks everyone for joining us tonight. We have made it through all 4 of the movies, and the lovely AJ, Taylor, you both have been here for multiple movies, so we appreciate you both being here. And follow AJ Please. The Hunger Games Collector, if you're not following them already, like please get on it. And yeah, I mean, thank you all for joining and making it so much fun. I love spending my Saturday nights doing this and reliving the Hunger Games with real fans.
Love it.
Yes.
And we'll start it up again next year.
Thank you everyone so much. Have a great night.